Hey guys, Rye here. For quite a few years now, I've been living with the symptoms of PCOS. I haven't been formally diagnosed, but my symptoms have gotten worse in the last few years, so I decided to do something about it. I'm going to come up with a treatment plan, follow it for 90 days, and see if I get the improvements I'm looking for. Watch as I give it a try. The symptoms I've noticed over my lifetime, and especially in the last decade or so, are cysts, weight gain, infertility, and skin problems. I've particularly noticed that I resonate with the symptoms listed for insulin-resistant PCOS, specifically cravings, fatigue, and tingling in the hands and feet. Another symptom of PCOS is high cortisol, which is linked with digestive problems, sleep deprivation, and weight gain, all of which I suffered from. Women with PCOS are also more inclined to have depression, anxiety, stress, and ADHD, all of which I have. Treatments for PCOS include diet and activity changes, supplements, and medication. I generally avoid medication if I can find a more holistic approach that I can try, so I decided to do some diet and activity changes and take supplements as my first resort. There are a lot of foods to avoid with PCOS, and unfortunately I do prefer most of those foods, specifically red meat, butter, and white flour products. And because of that, I knew this diet would be difficult to implement. The big foods to include are fish and beans, both of which I do not prefer, but then also green vegetables, whole fruits, and whole grains. So I decided that the first step for diet adjustment would be to include more good things in my daily diet and up my protein, as opposed to just getting rid of all of my preferred carbs. I also watched a lot of videos of nutritionists on TikTok who spoke a lot about their PCOS clients and how they really benefited from certain supplements and high protein diets. So I committed to having 80 to 120 grams of protein a day and incorporating as many of the supplements as I felt comfortable with. The top supplements recommended were as follows. Inositol, which people with PCOS often don't produce enough of naturally. It helps run your metabolism and lower insulin levels. Vitamin D, to regulate cycles and improve mood and reduce cortisol. Vitamin B, to help fight insulin resistance, improve mood regulation, and metabolize cortisol. Omega-3s, to decrease inflammation, fight insulin resistance, treat high cholesterol, and lower cortisol. Berberine, to lower insulin and glucose levels and improve cholesterol, as well as reducing cravings and inhibiting the enzyme responsible for fat storage. Magnesium, since it's one of the major deficiencies for those with PCOS and is needed for glucose metabolism. Zinc, to improve hormonal metabolization and fight insulin resistance and reduce stress. Turmeric curcumin, to promote healthy insulin levels and reduce inflammation and improve cycle regulation. And finally, L-theanine to help balance cortisol as well. And then to address the mental health aspects of PCOS and high cortisol, as well as the physical health aspects, it's recommended to meditate, exercise like walk or lift weights daily, and maintain a fixed sleep cycle. So I set up a new habit app to track all of these different things. To meditate every morning, to take certain supplements every morning, to start my metabolism in the morning with lemon water, drink spearmint tea every morning to regulate hormones and insulin and reduce stress and brain fog, take all the rest of my supplements in the evening, do a daily check-in every morning to reduce stress, and then eat at least 80 grams of protein a day. Then I set up my supplements. I bought a daily pill container pack to make it a little more organized and easier every week. It's also recommended to take apple cider vinegar before meals to help keep blood sugar levels even. So I do have that in pill form, but it smells awful, so I decided to keep it in the bottle and not my pill containers. I didn't have all the supplements to start, so once I got them all, I also used a nice container to hold them and keep the supplements off the table when prepping. These little pill containers ended up so full by the end of all this. The next thing I did was order some glass bottles for two reasons. The first was to have daily lemon water. I ordered a little mini fridge so I could keep the prepped lemon juice refrigerated upstairs. I already had an extra tea kettle that I also kept upstairs so that I could have warm lemon water. The second thing I needed the bottles for was my own drinkable protein yogurt. I know that stores sell drinkable Greek yogurt bottles, but they're pretty expensive and high in sugar and other ingredients, so I decided to make my own, using Greek yogurt, frozen fruit, a high-protein milk from Fairlife, and honey. Then I used my tablet every morning to do a daily check-in for my sleep, mood, and goals for the day, as well as to take a moment to just be grateful. I also did some meditation every morning, which looked a bit different depending on how tired I was that day. I did another check-in in the evening to reflect on my day and the good and bad of it. So now let's review how I actually did for 3 months of this. I did a daily check-in and meditation every day, even if I woke up late. I feel like it helped keep me calm and focused early on in my day and helped me keep on track with my goals. Unfortunately, I plugged my mini fridge into a power strip that was turned off, so the first week of lemon water didn't happen, and then for some reason I let that derail me for the rest of this experiment. But I do want to work on that this coming year. I do think it will really benefit me, and hopefully I'd enjoy it. I took my supplements every morning and evening, which was a little tricky, especially on our trip, but I feel like it had a pronounced effect on my mood, sleep, and digestion. I hit my protein goal almost every day. In December, I kind of stopped counting once I got past 80 for the day, so the details aren't quite there, but I felt a lot better on the days that I made sure a lot of my calories came from protein. I basically did not walk during this experiment. I did some in the middle of November, but then I got derailed by being sick. Then I walked again while we were on our trip, but then when I came back I was so tired that I didn't. I did really like it on the days that I walked in November. I feel like it regulated my mood and my body in a lot of different ways, so I want to get back into that. Overall, I feel like I really benefited from all the changes I made this year. I noticed a general difference in my quality of life and health. I haven't noticed a pronounced difference in my weight or size, but I wasn't really focused on that. I was more focused on how I feel, not how I look. So I'll keep working on these things moving forward, and we'll see if they make an even bigger impact in my life over the coming year. I'm hoping to continue to see improvements in all aspects of my life. Let me know if you have PCOS and if you've tried any of these strategies, or if you've tried something else and seen good changes. Thanks for watching.